Good afternoon. How are we doing? Hey. So we all are aware of the conversation that is happening and trending on Twitter about Dr. Maya Angelou. Did I say her name right? Maya Angelou? Yeah, let me make sure before somebody correct me. But we all are aware of the conversation that's going on. And I wanted to talk about respecting elders a little bit. And it's a lot. So I actually recorded a video talking about it, but I was like, let me engage in a conversation so people can understand what is going on before we start talking about it. So if you have not, if you haven't seen the video, I'm going to play it so you all can hear it. And because I want to know everybody's response to it. I want everybody to be up to date to know what the conversation is. So I'm gonna play the video. I'm not gonna show it, but I'm gonna play it so you can hear it. So let me turn her up, girl.
Kim, you had a question. Yeah, I wanted to ask Maya her views on interracial relationships.
Oh, thank you. And first, I'm Miss Angelou.
Miss Angelou.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not Maya. I'm 62 years old. I have lived so long and tried so hard that a young woman like you or any other you have no license to come up to me and call me by my first name. That's first. Also, because at the same time, I am your mother, I'm your auntie, I'm your teacher, I'm your professor. You see?
Kim, you had a question.
Okay, so we heard that. Okay, we heard. Let's talk about it because I love to have conversations like this. I don't think personally that it was wrong for her to say, address me as Miss. I don't think nothing is wrong with that. However, it was a little bit too much to me. But later on, Dr. Maya Angelou apologized to the girl, and she said, sis, like it was a teacher moment, But it was too much. It was too much to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, we are in a setting where it seems like this is a white audience, and I am never here for any black person scolding another black person around white folks. I am never here for that. That's the same shit that gives you pull your pants up, fast tail girls, this and that. I am never here for a black person scolding another black person in the presence of white folks. I'm never here for that. I don't do that. Also, this conversation about respecting elders because they are elders. Let me tell you, I am not living in no damn Tyler Perry play. I don't live in no damn Tyler Perry play. I don't give a damn if your ass if you sat at the table next to Jesus and if you disrespect me, I'm not giving you respect. That's period. This conversation about respect, respect. I am tired of respectability politics. I am tired of this notion that just because someone has status, class, I have to address them as because. And these are the same individuals. Y'all want to talk about respecting elders. Let's talk about it since y'all want to have a conversation about it. These are the same individuals this same generation, because these folks have said this generation does not know how to respect elders. This is the same generation that have allowed their husbands, their uncles, their brothers, and their granddaddies to molest and sexually abuse young kids. And these kids are not able to even tell their parents about the sexual abuse, the trauma and stuff they experience because you can't disrespect them. So we got to get out of this bullshit. We ain't 3/5 a slave no more. We ain't 3/5 men or man anymore. And I'm not giving anybody no respect just because they are old. George Washington was 100 years, damn near 100 years old, and he was still right here fucking the shit out of slaves and enslaving people. I don't want to hear, you got old white folks in here in Congress, at the state capitol over here making bullshit ass laws that affect young folks. I'm not going to be out here respecting somebody just because they're old. Let me tell you something. If I don't want to go to your funeral, I don't give a damn about your ass dying. And if I don't have a close connection with you, I'm not going to your funeral. I'm not going to your church folks scold me about having the same sex relations. I am tired of that shit. And then you have people on social media talking about y'all be the same ones who are scared to ask y'all boss for a day off. First of all, I have never addressed any supervisor, manager, or anybody in no type of authority figure at no damn job as no damn boss. You will never hear this be saying. It's so funny hearing a lot of people who are saying this and having this conversation because y'all live in the South and y'all are used to addressing your grandfather, your grandparents, your great-great-great-great-grandfolks are used to addressing white folks as Mrs. Such and such, as Mr. and saying yes, yes, sir, no, sir, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am. That's where that fucking classist bullshit came from because it taught slaves that you are not in the same, you ain't in the same class with me, so you need to put this in front of it. Get rid of all that shit. Get rid of it. Respect is earned. I'm not going to be calling you nothing. Now, since we want to talk about respect, let's also talk about these are the same generations that I have spoken with and told them that I had same-sex attraction to men and have told me that that shit wasn't right. And I'm thinking just because this person is older, they're more experienced, and they knowledgeable, they got this grandiose type of shit going on, that I must be doing something wrong. Y'all gonna let that book fuck y'all over. Y'all gonna let that book fuck y'all over. But these are the same individuals who will go on this level of thinking and think just because you have a pastor telling you some shit and following a book or some shit that some stuff that ain't making sense to you, you are scared to question this because this person is anointed and you can't question their authority. You can't question what the Bible says. That shit is dangerous as hell. We should never be, we should never, I'm not here for that shit. I am here for this movement addressing folks. The only time I'm interested is when we're talking about gender identities and stuff and how a person wants to be dressed in this non-binary conversation. I'm not interested in hearing no shit about Mrs., and Mr. and Mrs. and shit. I'm not interested in that shit. Now, if somebody say I do not identify as him or he, you can call me they or them. I'm here for that. But I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this Mr. Doctor, all this bullshit. I'm just not. And I'm not giving no respect to nobody just because. And this is not even about Maya Angelou. It's not about Dr. Maya Angelou. It's not about her. It's about this conversation of respecting elders just because. And I did not like the way she scolded this young girl right then at that moment. And that's that preacher mentality, like I'm going to talk at you instead of talking with you. And then I leave here with a disrespect for you. And I don't think that this woman was intentionally disrespecting Maya. I don't think that she was intentionally doing that shit. I don't think I'm just going to start calling her Maya. And she probably does not know. She probably didn't grow up in that. And that was the moment for Maya to say, I would like to be addressed as such and such. Because I guarantee you she didn't drag that white woman when she called her Maya. And we have Maya Angelou here. I guarantee you. So like, y'all cut this shit out. She is a doctor. She ain't no powerful than a woman, a goddamn black mother with 2 kids, a single mother. I don't give a damn if she cured cancer. She's still human like everybody else. I am not giving any celebrity any power over me. That's the problem that we have, thinking that somebody, just because they went through some shit or they did some shit, that they are greater than me. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not here for that. I don't give a damn if you have a PhD or MD or honorary degree. You ain't no better than a homeless person on the side of the damn street. You ain't no better than a person catching the bus. We need to get rid of this class bullshit. I'm sick of that shit. That shit is annoying as hell. I don't go around, if somebody call me Justin J or the King of Reeds or what's the name, I don't say address me as such and such. I don't tell folks to call me none of that. I'm not interested in that. I know she's not a PhD and a doctor, but yeah, making people like that less than. I don't like that. I'm never here for that shit. That's what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong with how she acts to be addressed, because ain't nothing wrong with somebody asking how to be addressed, but the way she went about it was just wrong to me. It rubbed me. I'm just not here for that. I'm just not here for that. People just want to feel like they're better than others, and I think some of that is. Somebody said Maya has always been nasty to other women. I've not seen that, but I will say this. I have met Maya Angelou in Memphis when I was working at the Memphis Marriott downtown. I was a banquet server, and me and her had a conversation right then and there. I'll never will forget it. We was in the Cook Convention Center, and she had a small gathering with some folks. I think she was like a book signing or something. It was an event. And we had a conversation right then and there. And she was a little bit Western. I had to kind of like say something to her. And like, I don't have a problem letting elders know or letting older people know, like, girl, you this ain't that. You're not going to disrespect me. You ain't. I had to gather a man at Walmart and he was an older man, probably in his 50s or 60s, having a civil conversation and just talking, but then he started talking about God and he started talking about the church and all that. And I had to slow him down and tell him, how do you know what I believe in? He said, do you want to go to hell, young man? I was like, girl, I don't believe in any of that. I'm not going to give you and allow you to step all on me just because you are 50 years older than me. I'm not doing that dumbass shit. I'm not giving you that shit. Like, you don't get like, and I think it's this notion of that someone is older, so therefore they are a good person. It's plenty of folks who have lived to 70, 80 years old that have done some fucked up shit. Plenty of people. That's like, and I think that goes back. Now that I think about it, it's because we think that God's not going to allow you to live a long, healthy life unless you are a good person. And that is fucking bullshit. That is bullshit. And I think that's where it comes from. Because if you think about the South and why people address yes ma'am, no sir, and all this respectability shit that comes with that shit, it's also because in the South, a lot of folks religion is very strong in the South. And people also think that just because someone lived to their 70s and 80s, that they are a good person. Just because a person is wealthy, that means God has blessed them with some shit. And I want to tell y'all that is some complete bullshit. It's a bunch of old white folks that are here wealthy and they folks have made money and off of slave labor and shit. Like, girl, cut it out. So black folks, I want you right now today, when you go to that job, don't you ever address your manager, your supervisor as boss. You say supervisor or manager. Don't you ever refer to no person and another level of authority at their damn job and call their ass no damn boss. Don't you ever? My mama always told me, don't you say that shit. Don't you say that shit. I don't want to hear no black folks say that shit. Don't you ever say no damn boss. And you don't have to say yes sir, no sir. And should nobody be judged only if somebody's saying yes sir, no ma'am. But and that's what I'm saying. The conversation is just not about Maya. This is a conversation right now. But people give this celebrity like this shit like this, like they cannot be critiqued, they can't be reproached. You cannot say anything to them because they are older, and I don't like it. That shit is complete garbage. I like it is what it is. Like my mother taught me yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and all that. And when let me tell you something. When I got out of working in the workforce, I understood that a lot of stuff I did came from a place that was not right. So I don't see the purpose of saying yes sir or no sir. I don't like that shit. And I know like some years from now, we'll be looking at this shit like, girl, I ain't here for that. In African culture, we use auntie and uncle as respect, but not with everyone. You're right on, yet most respect your elders. Same stuff in the military. Yes, that military shit, very disrespectful sergeants and majors and all type of folks that have disrespected me and said some trash stuff, and I had to address them like, it's not about it's not about if you like them or not, it's whether you respect them. But if this person is treating me like trash, if they are not looking at me like I am a human being first and acknowledging that, how am I going to give them something? How am I? Somebody said it's more with Jim Crow. I think I'm gonna have a more conversation. If we call people by their first name, is it disrespectful? I think that society has taught us that it's disrespectful, but I don't think it's disrespectful. I think if I say, hey, Toya, address me as Mr. James, and then you go about continuously calling me Justin or something, then it becomes disrespectful, unless there's some harm like some intentional harm on that. But I don't think it's nothing wrong with saying that. I don't think it's nothing wrong with that, and I don't, because everybody was not Everybody was not raised the same. So you can't take what you experience and how you address older people as such. You cannot do that. You cannot. Everybody was not taught that. Like there's different cultures and stuff. So it can't be disrespect. The same thing if you go to certain countries and you shake somebody's hand with your left hand, that is a sign of disrespect. But if you don't know that shit, it's not like you're doing it intentionally to be disrespectful. Like it's just different cultures, and I just don't like that. Like it's just I don't like that, and I don't feel as though anybody just because they are older are old like on respect. Like, that shit is dangerous as hell. That shit is dangerous, and that shit is not coming from a place of respect. That shit is coming from a place of Jim Crow, slave ass bullshit, and all that shit. And I want folks to see that. I want people to question why is it me calling you miss? Why is that so important? How is that hurting you? And I know Maya Angelou has done a lot. I know Maya Angelou has marched and spoke out about racism and all this other stuff, but she is human just like me, and she is no better than anybody else. She is no better than a mother that's making the decision to not eat before her motherfucking child. Okay, she is no better than a mother that's out here stealing in the store to provide her fucking child. Like she is no better, and I think we need to understand this. Get rid of this damn this classist bullshit. I don't like it. What about doctors? I remember going to a brunch day with some friends, and this person, he said, call me Dr. Smith or something. I was like, girl, we are not even in no formal setting for me to even call you, bitch. Like, you ain't my doctor. You ain't my doctor. Like, I'm not gonna be doing this shit. It's all about exerting their dominance and power on. That's all it is. That is all it is. It's dumb. That's all it is. I'm telling you, everyone should respect everyone. This shouldn't only be just for elders, but because a lot of elders are rude as fuck. And once I get disrespectful too. Now, I don't think if that was me and Dr. Maya Angelou having a conversation right then in that moment, I don't think I would have went off on her and cursed her out. But even when you said, I noticed, even when I talked about how I would have responded to her, people was like, there's no way you're gonna be able to drag her. There's no way. Who's like, she would have got her ass dragged. And let me tell you something. My definition of dragging ain't cussing your ass out and ain't what's the name of you and ain't going off on you. I have several ways. Drag means I'm getting your ass together. And I don't have to speak in no 5-syllable words. I don't have to make rhymes like I'm the damn Riddler off of damn Batman and the Joker. I don't have to do any of that shit to gather your ass. I don't have to speak in no intellectual type of conversation to gather you, honey. Who is this Daniel individual y'all keep talking about? I ain't seen nothing he's saying. And even when we talk about it, depending on the setting, that shit is still like a lot of this stuff. Like, y'all got to really think, where did this shit came from? It didn't come from like respect. It's come from classism, and I think people need to understand that. Like, it comes from classism. Like, you cannot. It's the same thing over in Europe, and we even watch Game of Thrones, where folks say, no, you address me as Lord and Lady and all that because I have more than you do. I am more wealthy, therefore you are in a different class. And it is garbage. It is complete garbage. And it's garbage. Okay, so the only cheaper said, girl, the first time when I start off with man, it's because I'm about to drag. I don't know who Daniel is. I haven't seen that shit. I really that's Daniel. You really embarrass yourself at this point. Girl, I don't even know. Oh yeah, there you go. Daniel will be all right. Daniel will be all right. Daniel will divorce decorum. Come on with it. Divorce decorum. I'm telling y'all, I ain't interested in it at all. I'm not. You're not about to have me doing anything. The girls can be mad. I still have my stance. You can continue to talk to folks how you want to, but it's how I feel when I'm talking to somebody. If I don't feel like I need to call you Mr. or Mrs. or something, I don't have to. And if I'm to be trash, I can be trash. I'm allowed to be trash. I'm allowed to be trash. And I think people need to understand that. It's not about you respecting, it's how I feel about it. And if I don't feel about doing it, I don't need to do it. Just because it's the same thing with folks, with gender identity. It's the same thing. If I'm telling you, address me as he, him, them, or they, or some shit, you should respect that shit. Like, and if you going around completely being disrespectful, that's on you. That means you're a trash person. But I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not, because I know a lot of these elders, a lot of the shit that they did was some fucked up shit. And once again, I'm gonna tell y'all, like they talking about when y'all talking about millennials and the generation don't respect, y'all are the same individual who allow women to be like, y'all cheated on women, had multiple partners and stuff, and all this, and y'all had whole marriages outside of the marriage you had. You was around here molesting folks' kids and all this other shit. Girl, we seen it all the Tyler Perry movies. We see it all there. Like, girl, y'all ass would even protecting black women back in the day. So let's talk about that shit. Let's talk about y'all would even protect the black women back in the day. Y'all would even respect the black women back in the day. Y'all only person that y'all would respect was white men. Then the only folks that y'all respect because y'all didn't have no damn choice. So if we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. So don't hit me with this, y'all disrespectful. Because white men were sitting here calling y'all any damn thing, and y'all ass would walk across the street like ain't shit happened. So miss me with the bullshit about some goddamn respect. You better move on. Y'all better move on with this shit. So that's all I got. So if someone doesn't want to be called trans person by gender, if the person is problematic. Yeah, the person, like if they're intentionally being disrespectful, if Maya Angelou asks me to address her in as Miss, and I'm going about saying, no, girl, I ain't doing that shit. That means I'm just, at that point, I'm just being disrespectful. Like, I just don't see the purpose of that. But it's how you say it. It's how you say it. And it is calling Miss that goddamn important. Like, I have to question, is it that serious? And if you look at where this stuff comes from and where it originates from, is it that important? Versus someone we talking about trans identity and other genders and stuff. It's like, those are two different things. I know why the caged bird screamed. I'm done. I enjoyed this conversation. I love y'all so much. I got a King of Reeds TV video that I'm about to drop. I hope you all check it out, but I just want to have a conversation with you all because I honestly did the video, but I felt like the video would have came out a little bit harsh. Tay said, the two different things. And when you look at like trans folks and other folks, like people on the LGBTQ spectrum, want to because that's their livelihood. And I don't know if a Miss or a Mrs. or a no ma'am and yes ma'am, I don't know. That's not the same shit. Like, girl, no ma'am. Like, I'm saying that I don't fit into your binary structure if you're trying to tell me that I am either male or female. I'm saying I don't believe in any of that bullshit. So that's not the same thing as, I think I might have misquoted a little bit, but that's not the same thing as Mr. and Mrs. and all the other bullshit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lily. It was how she went about the conversation was, to me, disrespectful, and I just was not here for it. And I think that some people can't see that for several reasons. But that's all I got. I'm gonna be talking about the King of Reeds. Drop that shit now. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.